Have you been feeling tired all the time in your 40s or experiencing brain fog and wondering if it's perimenopause or something else entirely? You're not alone. I'm Miyako Hazama, a Menopause Energy Expert. For over 30 years, I practice ancient Asian holistic methods that help me sidestep the usual menopause symptoms. And for the past 5 years, I've been teaching women over 40 worldwide how to ease perimenopause and menopause symptoms and restore their energy naturally. The problem is, perimenopause signs are easy to miss, even by your doctors. Sounds familiar? So in this video, I'll show you the 9 key signs every woman over 40 should know and exactly how to spot them. Now, you may be wondering, am I in perimenopause? So let's briefly talk about what perimenopause is and when it starts. Peri in Greek stands for around, so perimenopause literally means around menopause. Perimenopause begins several years before women's last period. For most women, it typically begins at the age of 40 to 44. But actually, women start perimenopause at different ages. Because of recent early life hormonal shifts, it's possible for some women to start noticing changes even in their mid-30s. You may experience irregular, shorter or longer, heavier or lighter menstrual cycle than usual, and spacing between periods may change. Let's dive into the first signs of perimenopause. Number 1, hot flashes and night sweats. Have you ever felt like your ears, your face, your hand are burning up and everything you touch gets sweaty? These are the classic symptoms of menopause, and you might be surprised when this happens to you at this early stage. But according to the Harvard Medical School publishing, an estimated 35 to 50% of perimenopausal women suffer sudden waves of body heat with sweating and flushing that last 5 to 10 minutes, often at night and during the day. Intensity varies from a sense of warmth to a feeling of being in fire. It could cause flushing on the face, neck, chest, sweating, or even chills lasting for 1 to 5 minutes. A woman I recently talked to said she had to take cooling breaks between tasks, so everything took her so much longer to do, and it was just so frustrating. And this could happen at a most inconvenient time, such as during your speech, your job interview, or a family event. Frequency varies widely. Some women have a few over a week, others may experience 10 or more in the daytime plus some at night. So you definitely don't want to book a room without air conditioning when you travel. Number 2, sleep. Do you feel like you have trouble sleeping? I heard a woman say, does anyone else sleep for an hour only to wake up hot, as you know, like your breath has been taken away? Yes, sleep problems often comes together with hot flashes or night sweats, but sleep sometimes become unpredictable even without them. According to the data from the National Institute of Health, sleep disturbance shows up in 39 to 47% of perimenopausal women. You may have difficulty falling asleep. 30 minutes or longer is not normal. You may also awaken in the middle of the night and struggle to fall back to sleep, or you might wake up early in the morning even though you are still tired. How about you? Do you think you're having a good sleep? Lack of sleep affects your mood and vitality and can result in systematic inflammation and metabolic dysfunction. So that leads to the number 3, mood swings and anxiety. Have you ever felt like feeling pretty good, then bam, out of nowhere, creeping anxiety suddenly catches you and you feel so terrible overall? You might notice a roller coaster of emotions and feel out of control. It could come with brain fog, feeling like disassociation or forgetfulness, and many women feel scared of getting dementia at this early stage. Mayo Clinic reports that mood swings, irritability, or increased risk of depression may happen during perimenopause. The cause of these symptoms may be that hot flashes are disrupting your sleep. Mood changes may also be caused by factors unrelated to perimenopause's hormonal changes. Because during the perimenopausal years, just think about it, everyone has a family to care for, and there are financial and professional challenges. Those add to the changing body, and it can be all stressful. You know what I mean, right? Sometimes driving long distance could paralyze you because of the anxiety you've experienced in the car. As a result, it feels like you suddenly lost motivation, and what's even worse is feeling like you've failed your family and yourself. But don't blame yourself. It's helpful to know that other women are also experiencing it, and this is not your fault. Let's get into number 4, fatigue. Everyone feels tired from time to time, and it's life. But have you been experiencing that you are tired even to do your hair? You want to dress up and look good, but you just can't be bothered. It feels like too much work, or no matter how much you rest, it won't go away. Or you are exhausted for days and it seems like you are accumulating that heaviness. These were exactly what many clients experienced. This often comes with sleep problems or fogginess and could be with a headache. Many women feel like they don't have the energy to cook or look after the house, or even making simple decisions become a huge challenge. What's important for you to know is that feeling tired is not an illness. It's a symptom that often comes with perimenopause. Changing hormones in perimenopause may contribute to feeling of tiredness, but deep fatigue may come as a result of other menopausal symptoms. As you may know, a collection of small stressors can also build up fatigue. If you feel like you don't want to see your friends or family anymore, which is pretty unusual for you, and you can't find humor in anything that you used to find funny, you can think of it as a typical fatigue that shows up in perimenopausal women. By the way, if fatigue is what's been draining you, I have something that can help. I created a free workshop. Inside, I reveal the hidden causes of midlife fatigue and show you how you can reset your energy naturally with a simple 3 minutes a day technique. Click the link in the description while it's still available. Now let's get back. Number 5, migraine headaches. If you keep getting horrible migraines and Excedrin is your best friend, it may be a sign of perimenopause. Sometimes you have a migraine in the morning and get another in the evening, and you can't tell when it appears. I had a client who experienced migraines together with sensitivity to light and sound, nausea and vomiting, sweating and chills, and fatigue. So she couldn't possibly go to work. And these are typical. Migraines could last for a few hours or, in extreme cases, up to 3 days. The changes in estrogen levels during perimenopause may cause hormone headaches to increase, and they can be a pretty long and painful episodes. This can be hard for the woman suffering and her family and partner who have to take care for her. Hot flashes and night sweats disrupt sleep, triggering additional migraines. Have you ever experienced all these coming together and compounding? You also want to know that migraines usually begin with a triggering event other than hormones, such as stress. This is a big one. Changes in sleep, eating pattern, or eye strains. Many women will see their headaches stop once menopause is reached, but some women will continue to have headaches even after menopause. Number 6. Weight gain and body shape change. When I did a poll among the participants of my workshop, this was a really popular topic. And you know what? The weight gain and body shape changes you may experience in perimenopause are different from what you had when you were younger. It's actually like putting on weight particularly around the waistline, no matter how you eat healthily and have an exercise routine. A lady I know has never had a weight problem. She has a healthy diet with a 1 cheat meal a week and exercises 4 times per week. She was renovating her house, so she was physically active, but she was getting fatter and feeling like giving up on life. Have that ever happened to you? Estrogen plays a vital role in fat storage and distribution. Before perimenopause, estrogen makes you have more fat in your thighs, hips, and buttocks. During perimenopause and menopause and after, there is less estrogen in your body. This makes you have more fat overall, especially around your middle. Hormonal changes can cause weight gain during perimenopause, but it's not the only factor. Other things like aging and lifestyle could contribute to weight gain. Muscle mass typically diminishes with age, while fat increases. Losing this valuable asset slows down metabolism. Also, westernized dietary patterns and emotional eating while feeling upset or frustrated can make you add fat around your waist. So be careful. Now let's go into the next one. It's getting more interesting because not many people talk about it. Number 7, skin changes. Itchy skin or dry skin. Have you recently noticed any changes in your skin? It could be your skin getting dry or feeling itchy everywhere. Even your nails now look different. A client told me that she had an itchy scalp and itchy skin and went to a dermatologist. Then she was prescribed an antibiotic over 6 weeks and nothing seemed to help. Some have itchy skin on their legs, and even when it happens during the night, you only have a few hours of sleep. I won't talk much about it now, but even your nails could look different. You may wonder, are these skin changes come with perimenopause? Skin clinic specialists say that many women are not aware that it's a perimenopausal state they are in. During this phase, there can be a surge of reproductive hormones which fluctuate widely. The skin can become more sensitive and react differently to treatments and products. The symptoms will be different depending on whether there are high or low estrogen levels. Estrogen is essential for skin health because it helps the body produce natural oils and collagen. A caution for you if you have itchy skin is don't scratch. It may cause a rash or skin infection. Now we already covered 7 signs of perimenopausal symptoms. Let's get into the last 2 symptoms, number 8 and 9, that are particularly important to know and are less spoken. Number 8, hair thinning and loss. Do you ever look your shower drain or hairbrush and shocked to see the clumps of hair? We all know that hair loss and balding can happen to men in midlife, but we don't often talk about it much when it comes to women, right? Because it's a sensitive issue and has an impact on women in a different way. It's really damaging to our self-confidence. But you know what? Data shows that about half of all women will have some element of hair loss by the age 50. So this is a very common problem. Experts at Mayo Clinic reported that the typical female pattern could be widening of the part and a central thinning of the hair. Hormones cause hair loss during perimenopause. Estrogen and progesterone help hair grow faster and stay on the head longer. When estrogen and progesterone levels go down, hair growth slows and more hair falls out. Because we lose hair every day, it can be difficult to tell when actual hair loss begins. So you can be suspicious if you see more hair than usual fall out on a daily basis, or if you regularly wear your hair in a ponytail, but notice that ponytail has gotten smaller. You also want to know that your stress can be a big problem and cause hair loss. Also, many articles reveal that pandemic seems to have increased stress levels, and that led to hair loss for a lot of women. And age is getting younger, happening in late 20s or early 30s. Number 9, low libido. Now, here's the last, more delicate and interesting symptom that we don't openly share, even among our closest friends. Many women are actually suffering from this sensitive issue, and there's no one to talk to. It could be the case you don't want to be bothered because it simply hurts. But I want to share this story I heard from a woman. She said, "My husband and I struggled because he thought I was not attracted to him anymore," which is not the case. I just had no interest in it. He felt so hurt and rejected, but was very patient. He would ask me what was wrong, and I had no answer for him. I thought something was wrong with me, and I felt guilty. If you have symptoms like hot flashes and night sweat that clearly show up on the surface, it could be easy for your partner to understand what you're going through. But when it comes to symptoms like mood swings or anxiety that are difficult for people to notice from your appearance, there is a problem. Like in her case, your partner could feel rejected, and there's now a strange emotional distance between the two of you. You might also be feeling afraid that your sex drive won't return because you passed prime, which makes you feel sad. Again, this is a very common trapped feeling that puts you in a dark place. What you need to understand is during perimenopause, sexual arousal and desire may change. During late perimenopause, especially when estrogen levels are falling, this can cause vaginal tissues to become thinner and drier. You could have itching and irritation, and it also may be a source of pain during intercourse. This can lead to a decline in sexual desire. Now, there are some safe vaginal moisturizers to include vaginal moistures or lubricant that can make intercourse less painful. So don't ever blame yourself. You are not alone, and it's not your fault. It can be incredibly frustrating and even a bit scary when these symptoms appear out of nowhere. But I want you to know you are not alone in this journey. I will share with you the 10 quick questions that I often discuss with my clients. These questions can provide valuable insights into your unique situation so you can start your search for solutions. Now, let's focus on your symptoms and take a moment to understand what fatigue and dizziness can look like in perimenopause and menopause, because you'll find that it's quite different from what you might used to feel. I share a story of a woman I spoke with who suddenly felt dizzy while walking her dog. She worried, "Am I gonna get home?" No kidding. It was just 1 kilometer from her home, but that was all she could manage. And then she lay on the sofa, feeling so tired. What's important here is that this lady used to be active, regularly going to the gym, and had never experienced such dizziness or fatigue before. It's a scenario that could happen to many active-looking women because of hormonal changes. In fact, studies indicate that 46%, nearly half of perimenopausal women report experience symptoms of physical and mental exhaustion. Now let's move on to the 10 quick questions for self-assessment. These questions help you to understand your symptoms and whether they might be related to perimenopause or menopause. So here they are. Number 1, are you a woman over 40? Perimenopause typically begins in the late 30s to early 40s, and menopause usually occurs between the ages of 45 and 55. Number 2, have you noticed changes in your menstrual cycle, such as irregular or unpredictable periods? If you haven't had a period in the last consecutive 12 months without obvious cause, such as hormonal medications, thyroid problems, pregnancy, or a prolactin disorder, you might be in menopause. Number 3, have you experienced a significant decrease in your energy levels, like the examples I described earlier? 4, do you experience hot flashes, cold flashes, or night sweats? These are classic symptoms of menopause. 5, have you noticed any sudden uncontrollable changes in your mood? Or do you find yourself feeling worried, irritable or anxious out of nowhere? Hormonal changes can impact mood and emotion. 6. Have you had difficulty sleeping or noticed changes in your sleep patterns? Insomnia or restless sleep can be linked to hormonal changes. 7. Have you noticed changes in your weight or body composition that can't be explained by diet or exercise? Hormonal shifts can affect metabolism and body fat distribution. Do you have brain fog or difficulty concentrating? I know it could happen to women before perimenopause, but memory lapse and trouble focusing can be linked to hormonal changes. Are you experiencing other physical symptoms such as joint pain, headaches, or migraines? These physical symptoms often point to the hormonal changes that occur during perimenopause and menopause, and they can significantly impact your overall well-being. The last and final question: are you feeling stressed, anxious, or emotionally overwhelmed? Emotional being is closely linked to hormonal balance during this stage, impacting your quality of life. After you've answered these 10 questions, and when you discover that you're experiencing one or more of these symptoms alongside the typical tiredness I mentioned earlier, and considering your age range and menstrual cycle, chances are you're on the journey through perimenopause or menopause. Now that you know these 9 signs and understand how fatigue fits in, you're probably wondering, what can I do about this, right? That's exactly what you need next to start feeling like yourself again. Check out this video next.